This is Future Proof, the show that packs your brain for the future. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15 years old. Every week, they argue about the jobs, the technology, and the big ideas headed our way. So you're ready before they get here.
Welcome back to Future Proof, the show that packs your brain for the future. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're answering the question that has divided families, broken friendships, and haunted food courts everywhere. Is a taco a sandwich?
This sounds silly, but it is genuinely one of the most debated questions in food law, philosophy, and culinary science.
Food law, actual law, courts have weighed in on this. Let that sink in.
So let's start with definitions, because that's where everything either gets solved or completely falls apart.
Merriam-Webster says a sandwich is two or more slices of bread with a filling or a filling between split bread.
Keyword, split, as in still connected at the bottom like a hot dog bun.
And a taco shell is basically a folded or rolled tortilla with filling inside. So by that logic, hello, sandwich territory.
But wait, the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance actually ruled in 2005 that a burrito is not a sandwich.
A government agency ruled on burrito taxonomy. My faith in public institutions is fully restored.
They said sandwiches need two separate pieces of bread, so anything in one continuous wrap or fold doesn't qualify.
Which would knock out tacos, burritos, hot dogs, basically half the food truck menu.
The Owl Bar in New York famously refused to serve tacos because their lease said no sandwich shop competitors could open nearby.
So a judge had to decide whether tacos were sandwiches and ruled they were not, saving taco night for the whole block.
The legal definition and the dictionary definition do not agree, which is extremely on brand for how humans organize information.
Okay, but here's the philosophical angle. What even is a sandwich at its core?
Some food scholars argue a sandwich is defined by its structure, a starchy exterior fully or partially surrounding a savory filling.
By that definition, a taco qualifies, and so does a dumpling, a calzone, a Pop-Tart, and honestly, a Hot Pocket.
The culinarily structured filling vessel definition makes almost everything a sandwich, which is either liberating or terrifying.
I'm going with terrifying. My cereal is not a sandwich.
Well, cereal doesn't have a starchy exterior, so you're safe, unless you count the bowl, and we are not doing that today.
Linguists point out that language is descriptive, not prescriptive, meaning words mean what people use them to mean over time.
So if enough people call a taco a sandwich, eventually dictionaries will catch up. That's just how language evolved.
Which means the taco could become a sandwich by popular vote, which is either democracy or chaos depending on your mood.
The Culinary Institute of America, one of the most respected culinary schools on the planet, categorizes tacos separately from sandwiches.
Professionals with decades of training looked at a taco and said, nope, different category, move along.
But culinary categories are also human inventions. Someone decided pizza and pasta were different from bread, and yet here we are.
Taxonomies are just vibes with extra steps, spicy, controversial vibes.
There's also a cultural argument. Sandwiches are a European concept dating back to the Earl of Sandwich in 1762.
The Earl literally put meat between bread slices so he didn't have to stop gambling, and now we're all living in his legacy.
Tacos trace back thousands of years to indigenous Mexican cuisine long before any English earl was hungry at a card table.
So calling a taco a sandwich could be seen as flattening a really rich cultural history into a category it was never part of.
That's the strongest argument against, honestly, not geometry, but heritage and meaning.
Form follows function, but food follows culture, and culture is not one size fits all.
At the same time, categories can be useful tools without erasing meaning. A whale is a mammal, not a fish, and we still love whales.
I love whales so much, completely unrelated, but very true.
So, where do we land? Is a taco a sandwich?
Structurally, maybe. Legally, no. Culturally, absolutely not. Philosophically, only if you want to start a fight.
The taco exists in its own glorious category, and maybe that's the point. Some things are too good to be reduced to something else.
The taco is not a sandwich, the taco is a taco, and that is an upgrade, not a downgrade.
The real lesson is that categories are human tools, and when the tool doesn't fit, question the tool, not the taco.
Big brain energy from a very small piece of folded corn. I respect it enormously.
Next time someone tells you it's just a taco, you can say, actually, it's a philosophical, legal, and cultural flashpoint.
And then watch them regret starting the conversation. As always, think harder, stay curious, and eat whatever makes you happy.
That's all for today's episode of Future Proof.
See you next week on Future Proof.